Good afternoon again. It's Paula from Paulalovespaper, showing my second sewing journal. I completed 3 in the last couple months. This tassel has a bead made from a straw, a straw and fabrics and lace and some charms. And that is removable if you want to take it off. And the cover has a pink belt. This one is chunky like the first one, so it does kind of open up. So you may want to keep the belt on it. It has a journal, what do you call those? I can't remember again because the camera's on, and so I cannot remember anything. And sari silk and a postcard sewed onto a piece of plain fabric, lace. More lace, and it's 2 pieces of material with the Amazon envelope in between and some padding. I think it's called quilting batting to make it a little bit softer. It has a vintage button with vintage lace. I got a package of that at a antique store locally, and I'm very sparingly with it, and I just put it onto this card, and it's got a tag. And these are sewing themed journals, but I am still learning how to sew, so they're not really great sewing, but I had a lot of fun learning and practicing. I wish I'd stop hitting my head on that. And this is 52 pages, and it's called Her Sewing Room. And it's from a couple of digital kits. And there's a cluster, and I just thought that was pretty and kind of old looking. And lots of lace. And this is from a pattern sheet. I think it's like an instruction sheet that comes with it inside. And some little tags to write on. And sayings. Pocket with 3 places. And these are tags, to write on the back. Little flowers. This is some lace I cut out, and did I try to sew that one? I think I glued that one. Some of them I sewed on. And a tag for journaling with some pretty flowers and some bling, a little bit of lace. Sari silk. It's a tuck spot with nothing in it. If I remember, I'll put something in it. Another tuck spot. You can take these out and put in your own pictures. Here's a pocket with 1, 2, 3 places for writing space. What is this? These are the blank papers that you can write on the front or write on the back. I just tuck them in there. There's a safety pin with a pretty bead and some pink lace. Another writing spot. And another tag. I tried to sew. I just think, I'm still learning, and that's why I'm so excited about sewing, because I think it's new to me, and I just enjoy practicing it, trying it. And here's a piece of fabric and little, that's just a cutout, and that's a cluster. It was kind of heavy, so I clipped it on, see, like that. So I just put a clip on there to hold it from doing that with a little pretty bead. And here's a belly band, some fabric I glued on, writing papers, more writing papers. This is from the book I took some pages out of. It was a like a sewing Bible or something, it called itself. So it had a lot of tricks and tips and stuff in it. And I have Amity Bloom washi tape. And here's some trim, more sari silk. It's a glued on bow. Oh, I sewed that on. And another journal page and a coffee dyed paper with a little cluster. That's so pretty. I'd never be able to sew something like that, but I don't even think I'd want to. I like sewing paper. And another tag to write on. And a little pocket. Here's some vintage stamps. I bought a stamp collection from a thrift store about a year ago. And there's so many in there. Somebody really spent a lot of time doing their stamp collecting. You know, wanted to honor it and try using them and sharing them with other people. Here's a pocket with the journal card with some sari silk. Let's see. And here's another pocket. Writing space. I bought a thing of postcards and you know, rounded the corners and put some ink around it and glued some things on it. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is an envelope. Little flip with another one of those postcards. This one I did not round the corners. And it flips over and it has a tag with a bow and some lace. What in the world? Of course, I'm on camera, so I can't get it to work. I will fix that. Put it back in. Here's a charm, a little sewing machine charm. Here's a zipper glued onto this paper and then glued onto the page with lace and a little cutout, fussy cut, and more writing paper. It's pretty, isn't it? And let's see, it's an envelope. I folded over and made it into a pocket, and this does not open, so the picture just stays in there. Some of them I make it you can take the picture out, but I just glued that shut because it's got a lot of pockets. Here's another pocket. It's empty right now. Amity Bloom washi. Here's a little notebook. I thought that was so cute. Put a little tassel on it, and you know I don't know how to pronounce these things. It's not an applique. I don't think that's what you call it, but anyway, it's on there. I apologize. I forget what things are called. And this is actually an envelope, and it's got a tuck in here, journal space, kind of collage paper, washi, and another piece of that pattern. Let's see, and that's just journal paper. Oh, and a fabric flip. Underneath it is a little pocket. I thought that was so pretty. You can write on that. And this is like 3-4 pieces of fabric with some lace. And this is another digital kit. This is a little tuck spot. And this is a pocket with a tag to write on. This is a vintage button out of that set I bought from the antique store. I hope I don't run out of those. I think it's so pretty. In a pocket with some rickrack and a, you know, a strip that I sewed. If I ever knew what things were called, it'd be the last day of my life probably. In the center, more writing space. Here's a little lace with a clip and a charm, pretty pink charm. That's another very small page. That's pretty though. Writing space, another page from the pattern. Oh, it's a pocket. There's a writing page. And some lace, and that's a pocket. There was some bling. Some more sari silk. This is a vintage ad. My other journal was supposed to have one in it that I did earlier and I didn't see it. I'm going to look for it and put it in. I have about like 6 different newspapers that were from a day in history. And so I just went and I found the ads. And I found this sewing machine for $39.50. I think that's the phone number, PL16577. And with that, there's a vintage cigarette card. I think that's an actress, Madge Bellamy. Yes, Cinema Stars. And here's a card for writing. There's a little door. Open up and you see her sewing room. And it's a pocket with a bookmark and a tag with another little writing space in there. It's another pocket with tag for writing, just blank. It's a sewing room. Don't you wish that was your sewing room? So beautiful. And here's a belly band with an trim across it. And this flips down. And it has tags in here in a little pocket and a tag in this little pocket. Folds up and goes right in here. And here's a pattern package that they come in. And here's a tag, a pocket and a tag. And there's what's in here? Paper. Yeah, one of those postcards. So pretty. And just a writing paper. Oh, there's the other side of that. Writing paper with a little pen. And here's a belly band with a tag for writing. Pretty ribbon. Oh, that's going under it. So there's another space in there under this that you can save stuff. And some lace and bling and bric-a-brac. And a tuck spot with a tag. Little saying. Piece of paper for writing, or you could glue a picture in there or something like that. You could do whatever you want. Here's some lace with an envelope with writing space inside and a little tuck with some little writing tags in there. And here's a little magnet. Found those at Hobby Lobby, a package of them. There should have been one in the other one too, my goodness. If I show you my craft room after making 3 journals, you would think I'd gone crazy. I mean, it is horrific. I'm gonna clean it all up and start making some other journals, but I gotta put everything away first. I like to start with everything where it belongs. And here is a pocket with, this is a writing paper. It's kind of tight. I actually like my pockets tighter than looser. When they have that ability to like fold them under and make like, you know, underneath on all 3 sides. I don't like that because they're just too fat, too loose. I'd rather have things in here tighter so they don't go everywhere. And some lace and a flower with a little kind of jewel flower, I guess. Some of the other sides of those papers. Writing space with a little cutout and some fabric. That's so pretty. And another pocket with, it's a double pocket. It's got 2 things. It's got this in it for writing, which I thought was pretty. I get some of those from Pinterest, print them out. Some from free printables on Facebook. And that's a pocket with some lace and bling. I'll put those back in a minute. Some sari silk. And Here's a, does it slide up? A tag, and this should do something. It should slide up. Hopefully I didn't glue it down where it won't slide up. Maybe I did. Oh, you're supposed to undo it. Goodness. I'm telling you, I'm better at making them than I am at explaining them. But yeah, this comes off and opens up, and you got the little baggie with a journaling card and the flip up with more journaling cards in there, and that's a little picture, isn't she pretty? I'll tie that back, put it back. And then it goes in this belly band. This is a vintage button from that box I bought. This is the other side of this strip. It's quite a long strip, and I cut off enough to do two sides. And journaling card. And this was my attempt to make like fabric strips and then sew them down. Oh, you gotta say she tries anyway. And I thought they were pretty. The colors were very pretty and bright. And here's some fabric, and that's probably what happened to the one that wasn't in the other one. I'll double check. Another writing paper goes in here, and a lace and a fussy cut and a little charm, little scissors, and another pocket with two cards, journaling cards, some trim. I keep wanting to call that lace. I think it's probably, maybe it's lace trim lace. And from a photo album. Took it apart and got a page out, and here's a button wax seal in a photo, and this side, this photo, and another page with Amity Bloom washi for writing. More writing space, and the last cover has a little pocket and a journaling card and a vintage postcard. Le Cirque. Is that like what we have here, the circus show? It's old. I got it at an antique store. I don't know how old, but it's really pretty. I put it in this, or it came in that. I'm not sure. Just to keep it safe. All right, and that's her sewing room. 52 pages. Lots of journaling space. You could, glue down or tape down photographs, tickets, announcements, whatever you want in there. I just think it's so pretty. I really like this card here. I think it looks pretty here. And I will be putting her in Etsy, and then I'll do the third journal probably tomorrow. I'm getting kind of tired today. Here's the third one that I will put up and list, and this is called the Seamstress Workroom. All right, thank you so much. Bye.